Hello and welcome. I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's do a quick Arumba's agenda here on August the 22nd, 2016. So this is going to be a pretty short one because I just have a couple things I want to say. First, I want to talk about the schedule, what I plan on doing over the next week or two, and then also just want to talk about like a fundamental shift that I'm going to try to make in my my attitude, the way that I kind of present myself on YouTube. I've been thinking about this a lot, and I've had a whole summer basically to reflect. We went through a period of time where I had no comments enabled on YouTube for about a month and a half, 2 months, I think it was. And a big part of that was that I'm a human, I don't respond well to criticism, and I don't like it when people don't like me. I think most people are that way. And I know, there's going to be a number of you who are going to immediately say, well, you got to have thick skin if you're going to be a YouTuber. And that's true, you do. It is definitely true. And I had a very thick skin in the insurance business. Not to immediately go back to my 100K AMAA here, but you have to handle rejection on a daily basis in that business, and I was very good at it. But that was I actually found that a lot easier to handle than this, because that was business. That was just people being stuck in their ways, or being happy with their advisor, or just being scared of change. Like, there was always a pretty good reason that they wouldn't make a change with the insurance business. It wasn't because they just didn't like you. Most of the time people would do business with you even if they didn't like you, if you could present them a reasonable argument for why they should make a change. And what I found with this is that the difference is that it's much harder to have a thick skin in this, because most of the time it is people who just flat out don't like you. They just want to pee in your coffee or whatever, some other saying. But so anyway, what I want to do is a lot of the changes that excuse me, I'm not thinking straight. What caused things to get worse for me, I think, back in the beginning of the summer, was that I had played Stellaris, I had played Hearts of Iron 4, and I went into those games, I went into those titles thinking, being in the mental framework of EU4 or CK2, like a game that I've played for a couple of years, and I know almost everything about it. Maybe like my opinion is worth a lot, and like people should just take what I say and as fact, kind of thing. A little bit arrogant, maybe, yeah. And I very quickly, like within, I don't even know, probably 2 weeks, made an adjustments video for Stellaris, for example, and part of it was that I was kind of pushed to do so by Podcat and Wiz. We're both pretty open to it, but these are guys that I've actually met face to face, and I think as developers of the game, they appreciate having a third party opinion. So I went and I made these videos and criticized the game and talked about what I didn't like, and apparently a lot of people thought that I was just not understanding the game or not understanding the interface, and I was making a lot of mistakes. And if you actually reflect on, like, the very first adjustments video I ever made was for EU4, and I had already played the game for a long, long time, tons of time, before I even made that video. And if I could reflect on it, I think back to that very first one I did, the tone was different. I hadn't bitched about things, I hadn't been complaining about things for weeks and weeks on the videos, and like writing things down in the middle of a video. I just kind of sat and I reflected and said, what could make this game better? And I wrote things down on my own time, and the tone of the video was different. It was more positive, more constructive feedback instead of just complaining. And so anyway, long story short, I don't want to make this video crazy long because I got to get recording here in a moment. But basically, I want to stop complaining. I don't want to be defined as a person as someone who bitches and complains a lot. I want to just be happy. I just want to have fun. And maybe that means not making adjustment videos. Maybe that means making them less often. Or at the very least, I hope that means that I can go back to doing them in that proper tone, the initial tone, a place of goodness, a place of wanting to just help and I remember saying please a lot in the first one. Like, it would be nice, Paradox, if you could do this. Not like a demand, more just like, it was different. So I've had a lot of time to reflect on it. So what I would like from you, if you could, is please, if you hear me being negative being critical, being complaining, bitchy, whiny, whatever those things are, call me out on it. You know, remind me that I made a public declaration here that I'm going to try to change that attitude, change that perception of myself, and I just want to have a good time. I just want people to be able to watch a video, you know, sit down, they say, they sit down, they look at their feed, and they see, hey, a Arumba video, cool. I know I can sit down, I watch 20 minutes or whatever of a video that is just going to be fun gameplay and a guy having a good time. And, you know, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy that spoils the video with incessant complaints and incessant, I don't know what it is, you know? It's like I've morphed, and, well, there's a term for this, actually. There's a term. I remember reading about this. There was a post on our Let's Play, which I don't actually read anymore because it's toxic as well. But it just talked about how over a long period of time, and this is true with almost everything, I think, every business, you change and you adjust over time. And it's hard to see the changes as they're happening. It's easier to see them over a longer period of time because, you know, a single change today is minute. But over the course of weeks or months, a change from that change, then a change from that change, you continue to drift in one direction or another. And when you look up and you actually reflect on where you were and where you are now, suddenly you realize that you've come a long way and it may not have been in the right direction. And I feel like that's where I am right now. So I want to go back. I want to make a conscious effort here to reverse that decision, choose a different path. And you know, hopefully I can correct some of what I perceive to be hate for me. And I know, I posted something on Reddit and I asked for people's help and feedback on it, and almost everyone said you're being too hard on yourself and you bring it upon yourself, and you know, you take yourself too seriously, that kind of thing, and you just have to have thick skin, etc., etc. And I think that a lot of that feedback is spot on. It's true. But at the same time, when you do this for 6, 7, 8 hours a day and it's literally your life, it's hard not to take yourself seriously. This is my livelihood. This is how I'm planning on paying for my mortgage. I'm planning on setting money aside for my kids' college funds. You know, like, how can you not take it seriously is what I would respond to, without being contrary, you know, without trying to be antagonistic towards the people who are just trying to help. It's just, how can you not take yourself seriously? You know? And again, to reflect on the insurance business, we sat down like once every 2 weeks and we had what we called improvement sessions, where the top producers in the branch would just shit on each other, tear each other apart and say, here's what you're doing wrong, here's what you're doing right, here's where you can be better, this is why this doesn't work, I've done it before, and you shouldn't do it. And so I come from 6 years of that business being incredibly critical on myself and on others because it was about improvement. And one thing to mention, though, is that in hindsight, I don't know. I honestly don't know if that was the right atmosphere, the right business model for us to have followed, but that's what our office did. And so it's kind of ingrained in me now, and it's really hard to shake. So anyway, without further ado, let's try not to drag this on too long. Again, just, you know, be aware that that's something that I'm trying to do, and try to help me if you can. I would really appreciate it. It would mean a lot to me. So let's take a look at the schedule. Again, apologize for talking for 8 minutes, but it helps me to just have that blank screen up so I can focus on what I'm trying to say. Because again, this is all off the cuff. It's not scripted. I'm not writing my notes down, which, hey, maybe I should do that. I don't know. Anyway, here's what I'm planning. Today's Monday. It's Monday morning. I'm sitting down to record with Stejo in literally 1 minute. I think that you can see, well, actually you can't because I've hidden the screen, but in my taskbar, Skype just flashed up, and I think he's poking me. He's getting ready to go here. So we're going to record some more Factorissimo today, which is going to be a lot of fun for me. It's one of my favorite days of the week right now. I just love playing with Stejo. If you don't enjoy Factorio, hey, watch it anyway, because we just have a great time. We're laughing the whole time. The commentary, a lot of people are saying in the comments on Reddit and also on the YouTube videos that our banter, our commentary makes the series. So, you know, give it a shot. If you haven't watched Factorio in a long time, or even if Factorio is not one of your favorite types of games, Stejo's a really funny guy, and I really like working with him. Some people may wonder, like, why do you record so much with Stejo? Because I keep coming back, I keep playing with him, and you know, if you look at the relative size of our channels, you might wonder why, like, that partnership is there. But I just really like that guy, so you should too. Go check him out. Watch the video with us. Beyond that, I am thinking about scaling back the Tunisian Thievery campaign down to 2 a day. We're all the way up to 88. I've already recorded 88. I'm already recorded on Tunisian Theory for the whole week. People have been saying, like, I don't see how you can come back from this. You should restart. Trust me? No. You need to watch this. Watch these videos. it's really cool. Some of the stuff that happens is nuts, and I can't wait to see the reactions that people have over what happens in this campaign. However, I do think that it's time, when you get above 50, 60, 70 videos, it's about time maybe you put it on the back burner. 3 a day is a bit excessive. I mean, if this was a new game, a new title, then I would have no issue continuing to do 3 a day, but the views are coming down. People are kind of tapering off a little bit, probably because, we went freaking bankrupt. I had to. It was a choice. It wasn't an accident. Well, no, it was a choice. It was a conscious choice. A lot of series events led to that decision, but anyway, thinking about doing 2 a day of that, bumping CK2 up to 2 a day because I'm having tons of fun with this Reapers campaign. Reapers do. In fact, also, as of now, the embargo, the restrictions on gameplay are gone, so I don't have to follow the strict set of guidelines that they gave me with the pre-release code, because, again, they only gave out this code to, they told me, 5 or 6 people early, and now they've given out codes to almost everyone that does YouTube and stuff, and then Reapers Do, I think, is coming out within the next week or so. But anyway, the restrictions are gone, and it's just so much fun. I'm having a great time playing CK2 again. We're going to continue to do Dota and Isaac. You'll notice over here on the side, I recorded a bunch of Isaac. I like it's fun. It's fun. I've played 400 hours of this game. If someone had a comment on the Reddit thread, on the Reddit subreddit about how how many hours each YouTuber has played into each of the titles. Somehow you can see that, I don't know, as a public thing, but apparently I played 400 hours of Isaac, which is quite a bit. I like the game. I have fun with it. I know that it's not a big thing on the channel, but this is like my relaxation slot. And you know what? I don't even really care what the views are on it. I just do it for fun. A lot of people like the Dota. Dota is more popular than Isaac, so we'll probably see more overall Dota, probably like a split of 4-3 or 5-3. Sorry, 5-2. Math, right? When it comes to this mixed slot, but yeah. So just expect there's going to be Dota or Isaac, one or the other. The problem is that I'm actually running into a situation where I don't have enough slots. I'm playing so much more now, and I'm having a great time again. And honestly, a big part of it is I think the medication that I'm taking. I'm really enjoying almost every day now. It's really helping out. And a big part of it, I took this medication back in the middle of summer, but I think that was a period of time where I had the YouTube comments disabled, and I was kind of still in a dark place because my family was in South America. I was all by myself, and I don't really ever want to do that again. When my kids were younger, it was a whole lot easier, but now there's 3 of them, and I do not like being alone. I do not like being alone anymore. Maybe I've just gotten a little bit older. I'm growing up a little bit, and I just, I don't need that period of time to myself where I can, just be alone and get away from everything. I'd rather not. I'd rather just be with my family. And so anyway, now I'm still taking Adderall, which is speed apparently, according to my psychologist or psychologist. Psychologist is the one that does talk about your feelings. Psychiatrist is the one. Prescribes medications usually. So yeah, I took it in the summer, but it didn't really seem to do anything, and I think a big part of it was that I was by myself and I couldn't interact with other people. Now that they're here, I just feel so good. I feel so in the moment. I feel great. I like being with my wife. I like being with my kids. I like being at work. I like being everywhere, and I never feel like I need to be in a different place when I'm at one of those places. It used to be before that I would feel like, okay, I'm at work. I should be at home. I should be spending time with the kids. Or if I'm with the kids, I should be at work. If I'm with my wife, I should be at work. If I'm, I don't, I could never be in the moment. And now it's just so much easier for me to just sit and just focus on what I'm doing. So I think that this is the right medication for me. That's the way I feel right now. 1 Hearts of Iron 4 a day. I'm going to do this Russian campaign. This campaign's going to take a long time, I think, because we're going to do World Conquest. But I don't want to overload people by going 2, 3, 4 videos a day or whatever. But I also don't want to overload myself, because I have a feeling that a World Conquest is going to be a long endeavor, big challenge, and but I want to succeed in it. I want to do it at least once. I want to see what it takes, what it entails, how much micro it really is. So we're going to keep on doing that one. And then the Buha campaign, I'm still alive. I need to record more. We're almost at the end of the game. It's 1750 or something like that. So that's going to wrap up soon. Probably start another EU4 multiplayer or something. Maybe Hearts of Iron 4 multiplayer to replace it. And then, of course, we got the Factorissimo each day. I'm getting a hankering right now for a space-based game. I want to play either Stellaris again when the patch comes out, or if in the very near future I decide I want to play my space-based game right this second, I'm going to actually probably go back and revisit Galciv 3 because I want to see how this game has evolved. It's been a long time since I played last, and it would be really interesting for me to play Galciv and, again, not complain, but just draw some comparisons between Galciv 3 and how the game's built, how the game runs, versus Stellaris. Again, not complaining, just kind of seeing what's different about them and saying hey, I like this, or hey, this is different. we won't talk about what I don't like because that doesn't matter. We're just gonna talk about the positives for a little while, right? Anyway, I gotta go. Stejo's bugging me, which I'm happy to. He's actually on time for once. Thank you, Stejo. But I'll look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Please leave your comments below. Tell me any thoughts you have on this entire video, whether it's about the videos we're doing, the Tunisian campaign, the Dota, the Isaac, the part I started off with in the first 8 minutes, or whatever. I would love to hear your feedback. So thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you again in the next video. See you soon.